r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What is the fastest way you have seen someone fix their life? My buddy when his girlfriend got pregnant. He was a chain smoker, chronic alcoholic, weed 24/7 kinda guy. Dropped all the once he found out about the pregnancy. Best dad I've ever seen. Total asshole got in a motorcycle accident. Brain swelled. A few weeks later, after the swelling went down, he was the nicest guy. Fixed his marriage, kids started associating with him again, job got better. All from a simple lobotomy. Next door neighbor's son. About a year. Mid-40s, lost his job, probably bipolar, gets on the meth, loses house, kid stops talking to him. Moved in with parents, starts really losing his shit. Screaming and telling at the parents. Beating up his car. Gets kicked out of the house. Lives in a van, comes over for food. Continues screaming and trashing shit. Cops are called regularly. Whole street is sick of his shit. Disappears for a few months. Talk to the parents. He basically got arrested and charged for driving without a license and drug driving. Gets locked up for 2 months. Some kind of come to Jesus moment. Gets out. Apologizes to the parents and his family. Gets a job, gets a cheap beat up car. Sells the shit barks and van. Put on some weight. Is walking for exercise. Helping around the house. Think he has an apartment. Came and apologized to me yesterday. Turnaround was about a month. Seriously impressed. Hope he keeps it together. I made a New Year's resolution to be more patient. January was tough, February easier, by March I was enjoying it. 20 years later I'm still practicing it, and often think back to that New Year wish, and thank the old me for recognizing and choosing to change. What did you do to start practicing patience? This is my goal for this year. Every time you feel impatient, shut it down, breathe, and choose patience. Me, I was having all sorts of problems. I couldn't get up for work, constantly late, had trouble doing my job, couldn't follow directions, was having all sorts of problems walking, I'd have trouble speaking, to the point where I'd have long pause mid-sentence, I was getting lost on the subway. No one knew what was wrong. They thought I was drinking at work due to stumbling around. I don't drink. I got written up 3 times and almost lost my job, and as a single parent it would have been terrible. I just thought I was slipping and didn't even really know the extent of how bad these behaviors had gotten until I fell asleep at work in a cubicle in the middle of everyone. Turns out I had a B12 deficiency. It causes aphasia, dementia-type symptoms, mental health issues, and exhaustion. It also can cause permanent nerve damage and can actually lead to dementia. Once they figured it out, they just give me a shot a week, and everything got much better immediately. It was crazy. I still can't believe the turnaround. Luckily, I didn't get a DUI. Again, even though I don't drink, they would have thought I was on something. Or get fired. My case was particularly bad, and they think I've had it for up to 5 years. Everything seems to have gone back to normal, and once I told work what happened, I got reasonable accommodations. It's supposed to take 6 months of shots until I'm cured. Friend dropped a toxic boyfriend, and within a week it looked like she had a new lease on life. No longer walking with her shoulders down. Looked me in the eye when talking, started laughing more. It was like she was carrying a weight the whole time without realizing. Me, when I got a job offer. All my mental illness went away immediately. I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. It literally disappeared, and it's like I could understand things I couldn't understand before. Me in a month back in 2018. I was out of the army, depressed, smoking and drinking, playing World of Warcraft all day, thinking that money runs out and I get fat. Got a physical job, started running almost every day, stopped smoking and drinking, shaved my head because I was balding. Got better clothes. I looked one day in the mirror while driving to work and said to myself, I love you. In 2 months, I managed to run 50 kilometers. My mom was a 3-pack a day smoker for 30 plus years, which was my whole childhood and up into my early 20s. She had a hard scare a while ago that put her in the hospital for a few days. While she was admitted, she was on oxygen the whole time and couldn't smoke. After the hospital stay, she never picked up a cigarette again. She told me and my siblings later that she quit because she never wanted us kids to look at her in a hospital bed like that again. She's been off them for 20 years now and is doing well. Was 36. No real goal in life. Given up on marrying and having kids. Sitting in lockdown. Girl I worked with once 5 years before messages me out the blue. 6 months later we are married. 5 years later we have 2 kids. Meeting her changed my life completely. Gave me direction. Brought back ambition. Gave me a love for life I'd lost long before. I focused up and found a career I love because she backed me. My family and friends say I went from stoic and a little bit bitter to expressive and happy. I started smiling again in photos. A friend of mine was drowning in debt, drinking most nights, showing up late to work constantly. One day his younger sister sat him down and just said, I'm scared for you, and started crying. That was it. No intervention, no ultimatum, just genuine fear from someone he loved. Within 2 weeks, he had set up a payment plan for his debt, deleted every food delivery app, and started walking to work instead of driving, saved gas money, and forced him to wake up earlier. Within 6 months he'd paid off one card entirely and dropped 30 pounds without trying. The thing that surprised me most wasn't the speed. It was that nothing about his external circumstances changed. Same job, same apartment, same salary. The only thing that changed was he stopped pretending he was fine. My friend, when he got his high school girlfriend pregnant. Up to that point, he was an absolute delinquent. Drugs, flunking high school, etc. Anyway, when she got pregnant he straightened out fast. He had an uphill climb too, because he'd pissed away his time in high school. First he got a job and found a way to scrape together enough to rent a tiny shitty house. He finished his GED shortly after the kid was born. His ex unfortunately never got her shit together, so they ended up divorcing. He won full custody, then started college while working. Now he's remarried to a beautiful wife and has 4 stepkids, and his own kid is in college. Best 180 I've ever seen a person do. Depending on how flexible the word fix is in this context, I'll say my friend who had the perfect partner for him essentially fall into his lap. He is on the nerdier side, introverted, a bit overweight, and was the type to only go to work, grocery store, and home. He worked at a small school with an older population. No dating apps. No friends and family in his area. No blind dates, no bars, no speed dating. No social events frankly. Quite literally nothing besides chilling at home, errands, and work. I thought that with that lifestyle he might never find a partner. We all know several people who try way harder than that to socialize, are comparably or more attractive, etc., who have not found someone for years. Then one day, a school decided to pick up one student teacher about to graduate college in his department. The only one that school took on that year. She just happened to be into many similar nerdy things. Introverted, beautiful, kind, single, and from a pretty well-off family. She finds him attractive, and the rest is history. So he went from classic lonely nerdy introvert to in a dream relationship in a month, engaged within 2 years, and they will likely be able to retire early if she inherits even just a portion of her parents' assets, since she is their only child. my friends, who quit working for a toxic boss, also my former boss. Each of them seems lighter, back into hobbies, more connected with friends and family, and generally much less anxious. Most importantly, I can see their self-esteem recovering. It took me a while too, and it's nice to see it being reflected back now. And my husband. 2 months into dating, I went on a big trip with my best friend. When I came back, he surprised me with the fact that he quit smoking after being a pack-a-day smoker for over a decade. His roommates looked a little worse for the wear having to deal with him during it. It's been over a decade, and he never smoked again, and also got his drinking under control. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.